Hey, good news! The ball works again. I just needed to reload the game. I also now know that if you knock it off the course, it resets itself. So, that's good. Doesn't get itself lost. Oh, right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this game. Oh, good thing I'm wearing a cushy hat. When we last left off, we have completed 2 of Taffy's to-dos, and that just leaves 1 more to go. Potentially the final quest of the adventure. We'll see. Oh, Kitty. It's nice to see you again during my week of being abandoned forever. Can I ask about one of your tasks? Yep, here's what we haven't discussed yet. Okay, number 3, cash for noodles. Why noodles? Oh, I have a sponsorship deal with them. What, all of them? Maybe? Beetle takes care of the irrelevant details like that. So, did Taffy's owners hire a beetle to be Taffy's manager? That's progressive. All I know is that I have to pose for a photo while wearing a cup noodle hat and looking delightful. That sounds easy. But I can't find the hat! I'll have to get a new one, but I can't leave the apartment without being mobbed by my adoring fans. You need me to find one for you? Yes, there are cup noodle hats in the vending machines around the city. I think there's one on the street right in front of this building. Just do what you usually do to get something out of a vending machine and bring it to me. You know that I'm doing this as a favor, right? Bring it to me. Please? Please, please, please? I'll see what I can do. What if I ask another task question now that we already have all the tasks acquired? I am too exhausted to offer further wisdom. You must rely on your own to-do list for reminders, Kitty. You're very funny, Taffy. What does that mean? Nothing. Bye, Taffy. Okay. And try not to abandon me forever, too, Kitty. You know that you know that beetle is on the next building over, right? Probably not, and probably actually good that you don't know. Alright, let's get a thing. Huh, sure enough, right here. Ramen cup hat. There are noodles on my noodle. I like that one. Alright, let's go ahead and, try it out and make sure it works properly for Taffy. We don't want her wearing a broken hat after all. I like how my ears are actually tucked into the hat. It's a little uncomfortable, which is also something kind of important to know for Taffy. Also, really glad that we have a warp to get back up there. I no longer have to make the climb every time. It just occurred to me that my cursor looks around wherever I have moved the cursor. My icon, that is. That is a nice touch. Kitty! You found a noodle hat. How can you tell? Yep. Does this mean you can do your post now? I definitely can. But I misread the email. Apparently, I did the sponsored noodle hat post last month. This email was just a competition for Taffy fans to win the very To win the version I wore in my post. That explains why you couldn't find the hat here, I guess. But how did you forget doing an entire post? After the 100th sponsored cup noodle hat post, you just sort of lose track, kitty. I wish I had a noodle hat. Actually, I already put that one back in your collection. I don't need it for anything else. You know, I should be coming over here before putting on these hats, because wearing the hats during these conversations is contradicting. Thanks, Taffy. No problem, kitty. Cool. So that's all of Taffy's quests. By the way, Taffy, you are very fluffy, and I kind of want to hug you. But I don't know that you would appreciate it. Kitty! I have finished my to-do list, despite the horror of my recent abandonment forever for a week. Hey, by the way, would you like to know why it is that Taffy wears a crown? It's because she is a drama queen. Well, you did a lot, but I oversaw the whole thing. That's not quite how I would... It was so hard. Just looking at the list was exhausting, and we didn't even fetch my cappuccino or reply to my fan mail. I could help you with that. I truly don't know how Beetle gets everything done. Oh. Or is that an... Oh. Maybe that's why she was so stressed. Yeah, that was definitely an... Oh. Ugh. I'm going to have to make this right. Where did I put my phone? Are you going to apologize? No, something even better. It says, to my absolute bestie, heart, heart, heart. Love this peek of us so much. Yeah, Beetle is kind of in there. Under a box, but definitely in there. Can't wait to have your beautiful face back in my life again. Hugs and kisses. Is that Beetle under all those... Ooh, a notification. Okay, I definitely appreciate the effort that was put into that animation. Pokemon could learn a thing or two from that. What does it say? It says, at Little Beetle _22 likes my post. That means she's forgiven me. I gotta know, is there someone with that username anywhere? Google has absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. That would have been interesting, though, if there were a character account on, like, Blue Sky. I don't think I understand social media at all. Honestly, it's not for everyone. I mainly just use social media to announce my videos in the hopes of getting more viewership. It works on rare occasion. I'm glad you and Beetle are okay, though. I'll head off now and... Kitty! Oh, no. It's just one last thing, I promise. I really tried to figure it out myself, too, but I got stuck. What do you need? I can't find my crown. We were just talking about it. Isn't it on your head? This is a tiara, kitty. I need my beautiful golden crown. Beetle got it for me, and it's gone missing. Where did you see it last? Taffy? Okay. Someone maybe threw it out the window during a recent temper tantrum. I see. And they only had a temper tantrum because they were abandoned forever for a week. A whole week. The word whole is important there. It's not just a week, it's a whole week. I see. But when they went to find the crown, it wasn't there. They don't know what to do next. Were there any clues? Nothing. Only some black crow feathers and little crow footprints. It's a total mystery. Oh, gosh. Crow found another hat to sell. Was this crown particularly shiny by any chance? The shiniest. Okay, maybe not to sell. Kitty, do you know who stole my crown? Does it really count as stealing if you threw it away? Let's just say I have my suspicions. Leave it with me. Royal request. Taffy's golden crown has mysteriously vanished. Yes, mysteriously. Time to pay a visit to a certain shiny-obsessed crow. Easy peasy. Let's just find the nearest hat machine. There you are. You were not wearing that before. Crow? Hello. You know that crown you're wearing? I do indeed. Lovely, isn't it? So very shiny. So very me. Where did you get it from? It was a gift from the universe. What does that mean? Exactly what I said, kitty. I was at ground level, inspecting a shiny, when thwack! Thwack? Thwack! That was the sound it made when the crown flew through the air and landed at my feet. I see. Then what happened? I put it on, of course. Why would the universe give me a crown if I wasn't supposed to wear it? But what if it wasn't a gift from the universe? I don't follow. What if a fancy cat threw the crown out of her window while she was having a temper tantrum? Well... And what if she didn't realize it had landed near you? I suppose... And what if by the time she calmed down and went to get it back, it was gone? This is Taffy's crown, isn't it? It is. And she wants it back? Yep. I suppose I could do that. Thank goodness. But to give up such a pretty treasure, I would require the crown's weight in shinies. Oh no. It's just basic economics, kitty. Economics. If I'm gonna make the pun, I gotta say it right. Economics. I like puns. And by my reckoning, one crown weighs exactly 1,000 shinies. You're kidding, right? What? Yep. Give me 1,000 shinies and the crown is yours. Crow, no! I don't think I could even carry that many. How many can you carry? Probably 999. I'm not telling you that. Well, we have to start our negotiations somewhere. How about 500 shinies? How about 100 shinies? 400 shinies. This crown is in pretty high demand, kitty. Literally, she lives up in that apartment building. 200 shinies, and I won't tell Taffy you took it. You drive a hard bargain, kitty. Okay, 200 shinies, and the crown is yours. Deal? Deal. It's a good thing that I've been continuing to collect shinies, and in fact, been making an effort to find all of them. Whoa! He had that many shinies all along? I did. Did I negotiate well? A little too well. Good job. Out of curiosity, what if I had 300 shinies? I almost did. Oh gosh, my controller's doing all sorts of rumbling. That was actually kind of satisfying to see them all disappear like that. This is truly the greatest day to be a business crow. Yeah, by the way, how do you carry all those shinies? Well, apparently that's how much that crown weighs, so... Crow? Aren't you forgetting your part of the deal? My part of the... Oh! The crown! Taffy's crown. Gold goes with everything. Thanks, Crow. Now to take this back to Taffy. I hope she's grateful. Me too. Wait. Am I able to wear this one? I'm able to wear this one. Let's take it off for the time being. Wait. Kitty! I just saw Taffy's update on social media. It looks like you really made a difference to her relationship with Beetle. I hope so. What was it like hanging out with Taffy? Did it make you want to be an influencer too? I've already wanted to be an influencer. But nobody really listens. Absolutely not. Not even if I was your assistant? Personally, I would love Tanuki to be my assistant. Tanuki, please don't take this the wrong way, but you don't seem like the type to enjoy to-do lists. What's a to-do list? Exactly. Maybe you're right, kitty. Want to hop in? Yes, please. You got my crown back? Kitty, that's amazing! I don't know what to say. Just a thank you is fine. Let me hand it over and... about that. No, Taffy. Whatever you're about to say, just... no. I worked so hard to get all the shinies for this. I know. But this is a good thing, I promise. I realized I was treating you like I treated Beetle, so I decided to try harder. I messaged some people who messaged some other people and got a replacement crown all by myself. It arrived just before you did. That might actually be personal growth. What should I do with the extra crown? You should wear it with pride, kitty. That way everyone will know what a special cat you are. I'm a raccoon. Thanks, Taffy. That's a lovely thing to say. You're welcome. But please don't get into tiaras. I'd like those to still be my thing. I wouldn't dream of it. Phew. Well, if that is going to be the ending of this playthrough, that's a good ending. Alright, so it seems that the quests also count towards the trophy counter. So there's that. Alright, now I can wear the crown. Yay! Thank you for your help earlier, Kitty. You can hang out here anytime. Thanks. I like how she still has the phone with her now. Does it still have that one picture? Yep, it still has that one picture. Alright, so I want to say that's all the quests in the game. These are not hats that can be available. Just FYI. Is there any unmarked achievement besides the glitched one? No? Well, I doubt that this glitched achievement counts for... How much am I at here? 85? 86? I doubt that achievement counts for 14%. Well, kind of think of it. My achievement count did go up when I collected the hat. Maybe that actually is counting towards 14%. And the more hats we collect, the higher the percentage goes up. Well, the question then becomes... If I were to somehow collect the remaining hats a second time and recomplete this achievement, would that bring me up to 14... back up to 100%? Or is there still another achievement that I haven't located yet? I'm gonna have to do some research. I can talk to them? Oh, hold on a sec. Before we talk to them, quick little update. I did a little bit of research, and the remaining 14% of this completion rate is, in fact, all from the Kept Crusader achievement. If that was filled back up, I would be at 100% completion. And as far as I'm aware, I'm also 100% done with all of the to-dos. I found all the caps, and I have also found all 8 photo fun packs. Turns out there are 8 of them, and checking my footage, I did in fact find all 8 of them. Now, this surprises me right here. First things first, I'm climbing back up my apartment building to see if Beetle has anything new to say now that Taffy has apologized to her. And also, I can talk to the ducklings now? I was not able to talk to the ducklings during my first climb up here. Kitty! How did you get up here? Don't ask stuff like that. It's rude. No, by all means, be curious. Ask questions. But Dad asks stuff like that all the time. Yeah, but Dad's a grown-up. Was your dad telling you that you shouldn't be asking questions? 'Cause you should. Kitty, are you a grown-up? Actually, I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm smaller than the other cats in the game. Maybe I'm, like, adolescent. Oh, I even have that... I have that option. Wait, what are my options? I don't feel like a grown-up. I think I'm in between. My vet said I was, but I didn't feel any different. Well, I'm going with my first thought. I think I'm in between. I'm a bit more grown up than you, and a bit less grown up than your dad. But you still like hanging out with us, right? Why would Kitty not want to hang out with us? What if we're too little? Teenagers do tend to be that way sometimes. Not me. Even when I was a teenager, I was still okay with kids. We're not too little. And there are 4 of us. What do you mean? 4 little things make one bigger thing. Well, anyway, we're really fun. Isn't that right, Kitty? Exactly right. I can safely say there's never a dull moment around any of you. I'll go with that one. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. You want to swim with us? Swim? In the water? Yuck! No, thank you. Okay. We're just gonna say that I am a raccoon running on cat software. Besides, I need to be getting home. Okay, maybe some other time. Oh, bye, Kitty! Kitty's leaving? Bye-bye, Kitty. Bye-bye, ducklings. Have a nice swim. So I don't know why I wasn't able to talk to them before. Maybe that was another glitch. Bye, Kitty! Well, if that was a glitch, it's nice to see that it has been fixed. Okay, so it turns out that Beetle doesn't have anything new to say. By the way, I made an interesting discovery off camera. I was curious whether it was possible to eat the hot dogs to befriend the dogs who are blocking your path in various locations. And it turns out that yes, you can use the hot dogs to bypass the dogs. But the hot dogs and, in fact, none of the new food starts to spawn until you learn the ability to climb. Because the dogs would otherwise allow you to bypass the first climbing segment. So, nice to know that this is a thing, and nice to know that you cannot do this to sequence break. And also, the moment that the hot dog's effects wear off, the dogs wise up. Still though, nice to see another method of bypassing the dogs. Also, I'm not sure if this is something that I was already aware of, or if I simply forgot, but if you want an easy way to trip people up, you can just paw at their feet. It is actually really easy to do, and you can do it just about every single time. It makes for an easy way to get at their food. And speaking of people dropping stuff, there's apparently some litter bugs out there, as there are some trash out in the water there. A couple of soda cans there, also one up there. People need to stop being litter bugs. And then there's this thing. I noticed this thing earlier in this playthrough, because got a shiny handle and I was playing with it and didn't really seem to do much, so at first I thought it was just a silly thing to bap around. But the way this handle is all glowy and trying to get my attention, surely this machine actually has some sort of purpose, right? Well, I hopped onto the Little Kitty Discord group, and I found out exactly what this thing is supposed to do. It's an object copy machine. That's just kind of neat. Can it copy multiple things? Let's find out. We got a ball and a unicorn plush. And... it can, in fact, drop multiple things. Alright, I don't want more balls. Let's go ahead and just set this aside for the moment, and let's see how many objects I can actually pop out here. Oh, I think I just hit the limit. Already? Well, that's a slight bummer. I was hoping to have just a big old pile of plushies. Well, maybe it's a limit to plushies and not just objects. Let me see if I can copy another ball. Nope, it is definitely a limit to the amount of objects you can copy together. That's a bummer. I was hoping to have like a giant pile of plushies right here. I mean, I kinda do. It is a pile. And it's a pile of the unicorns too. Hold on a sec. I can at least add a couple of plushies to the pile. There's still an elephant up here, and I think there's another one. Whee! Okay, I had my fun. Now then, let's talk about getting out of bounds. So, a few episodes ago, I discovered that it is possible to bypass that bit of water down there and make your way to the end of the street. Now, out of respect for the developers, I have decided not to explore out of bounds on camera. It is a bit janky out there. I mean, you are going out of bounds, and I don't want to make a spectacle out of jank. It is kind of fascinating, though. For example, what lies at the end of that street? The void. Thankfully, the void will usually bounce you back if you try to jump off. More importantly, if you do some exploring, you can find yourself behind that wall over there. You see how you can see the main city on the other side of the wall? Well, it should come as to no surprise that behind the wall is the main city. But not the whole thing. Rather, it is a gutted version of the city. After all, no sense rendering what you cannot normally see. And the best highlight is this exterior view of Tanuki's lab, which you can find at the far end of the gutted city. Anyway, we have officially reached the end of Little Kitty Big City's Picture Purrfect update. I have finished all the stuff, and despite what my save file implies otherwise, we have once again 100% completed the game. So at this point, I would like to give my final thoughts on the update. Well, first of all, I am glad that it was a free update. The base game is $25, and this update just makes the price tag more worth it. And the update added a nice amount of content too. A new street to explore, and 2 new interior locations, all with stuff to do. New quests, new hats, new characters, new achievements, and new food to eat, which, while that didn't have any purpose, aside from getting past dogs if you wanted, the different effects of the food were pretty hilarious. Also, as I said before, I like how the new quests are interconnected. It kind of made this update feel like a big event, finishing with a redemption arc for Taffy. Of course, I also still like how the main campaign is open-ended. We've got the best of both worlds. Curiously, the new world is completely separate from the main city. I assume because the game wants to make sure that you finish the requisite to-dos before exploring the new section. Though, this does come with the drawback of the kitty customization being locked away in the new areas until you can reach it. And by the time you can reach it, you're already knee-deep into the main campaign. Tanuki's pet work doesn't unlock until you acquire the map from Father Duck. And you also can't finish Beetle's to-dos until you've gained enough climbing power. Also, though there is a lot of new content in this update, there are only 2 new achievements: winning the prizes in Tanuki's Crane Game, and hiding Taffy's toys under the couch. Strangely, there is no achievement for breaking Tanuki's ball thrower, no achievement for eating the new food, and no achievement for finding all the photo fun packs. And that last one would have been really helpful, as there is currently no way to keep track of how many you have found or whether you have found them all. Oh, and by the way, yes, the birds in this game do still poop. But I gotta admit, it is kind of funny that the developers doubled down on this by having the robot birds poop oil. Now, I should probably also mention the glitches, especially since I also encountered some glitches during the main campaign. Well, I'm not going to be too harsh about them. This is, after all, a 3D open-world indie game. The devs are working to patch things up, though, and in fact, there's another patch coming soon. Who knows, maybe the hat achievement glitch will be fixed in it. Anyway, although the Picture Purrfect update isn't quite as perfect as advertised, I am still glad that I had an excuse to revisit this playthrough, and I still had a lot of fun with this update. As a bonus, I got to do it as a raccoon. Which, by the way, this won't be the last time you see me as a raccoon. Next year, I'm going to get back to editing some of my older playthroughs, and some of them are from my raccoon days. And with that is pretty much everything. This playthrough has come to an end. And I'm just going to go ahead and put back on my collar. I feel pretty comfortable in it. I'd forgotten how nice it is to have visitors, so stay as long as you'd like. I will in fact do that. We'll go ahead and end the playthrough right here. Because this is a neat place to just hang out at. And in fact, this is just a neat game overall. And if there winds up being another big update down the line, you can bet that I'm going to show that off. And even if I don't have anything new to record, I can still see myself hopping onto this game just to wander around for the fun of it. It's just really fun wandering around a big city, a bigger city now, on 4 legs. For now, though, it is time to go back to 2 legs, with some Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now, if Mario doesn't interest you that much, I definitely recommend checking out some of my other playthroughs. I have done over 150 of them so far, including some other indie games. And in fact, if you would like a recommendation, check out New Super Lucky's Tale. It is another adorable game, in this case a platformer, and one that I think is really underrated and needs some more attention. But whichever playthrough you watch next, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Oink!